a brand new rebirth of people on earth, all soaring free.
Did you know that the primary difference between people who do the dream, live their dream, dream makers and make their dreams come true, and the people who only sit back and dream it and never live it, never do it? The primary difference is called activation. Dreamers' dreams are activated. Now, like driving a car, it's the same kind of a thing. Your car's not going to go anywhere unless you turn on the key. You have to activate your car in order for it to move. There's other things where you need directions on where you're going, or you're just going to sit there. On this webinar, I'm going to show you how to activate your dream and share with you 3 dream blockers that can terminate any dream. Now, are you tired of being left behind? Are you tired of feeling unfulfilled? Are you wondering how others were able to do their dreams and you weren't? Well, let's take a look right now at some successful dream makers. Some of these successful dream makers include Beethoven, Ben Franklin, Abraham Lincoln, Harriet Tubman, Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., Walt Disney, Eleanor Roosevelt, Nikola Tesla, Mary Kay Ash, Steve Jobs, Steven Spielberg, Stevie Wonder, Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Oprah Winfrey, Albert Einstein, and Prince. Now you might be saying, what do I have in common with them? They're big names. They're big people. They've done big things in their lives. They've activated their dreams. They've come into contact with other dreamers, dream catchers, and dream makers. And we're going to go through all 3 of those. But I want to first start with 3 things that can terminate your dream, called dream blockers. I want to introduce myself first. My name is Kathy B. I am a dreamer, dream catcher, and a dream maker. And you might not have heard of me unless you've heard me on the radio in the 70s. I've had records out there. I won awards. And I had a TV show called Touching Lives. And it was a show about people helping people in Southern California. We were in 14 of the local Southern California cities. And the cities out here are large. I mean, there are hundreds of thousands of people in per city plus. There's 40 million people out here in the state of California. So large area and great following. I did this for 10 years and helped many, many people to make their dreams come true. Plus, I was a dream catcher. I got the word out about who you were and what you did. I love this. However, I consider myself as always being, first, a dreamer. I grew up one of 7 in a small town, Bloomingburg, Ohio, and I remember singing in my grandfather's church, and I started singing at the age of 2 years old. I knew then, when I got that applause and saw those people's faces, that I wanted to be a famous singer. But guess what? I was in Bloomingburg, Ohio. There were no mentors there. There weren't people who were doing this. The only place I saw this was on TV, heard records, bought sheet music. So I prepared myself as a young kid because I knew this is what I wanted to do. I took the piano lessons. I took the vocal lessons. I entered contests. I had a burning desire to do my dream. And as for encouragement, my mom actually gave me one of the first dream blockers that I'm going to tell you about. She gave me these words to remember. She said, "Now, Kath, don't get your hopes up." And I thought, don't get my hopes up? Wow, what kind of... I was a middle kid, so don't get your hopes up. I'm going to be rebellious. I'm going to do the opposite. I believed this, and I still believe this today. If somebody else could do it, then so can I. So dream blocker number 1, don't get your hopes up. That's telling you lack of faith and disbelief. Lack of faith and disbelief is dream blocker number 1. My mom's mom actually gave me dream blocker number 2. She gave me these great words of wisdom. She told me that I had outgrown my place. I had to go someplace else in order for my dream to grow. And I was kind of sad because she was elderly and I didn't know if I was ever going to see her again. And she said, that doesn't matter. We've lived our life. You need to go out there and you need to make your dreams come true. Make us proud of you. So dream blocker number 2 is wrong place, wrong crowd. Wrong place, wrong crowd. Write these down, because sometimes you have to leave the area, you have to make these changes, and you have to do something else to grow your dream. Let me read you this quote. If you're brave enough to say goodbye, life will reward you with a new hello. I collect quotes and I say affirmations. This is part of my Do the Dream Extreme game. It's part of who we are and what we do. We need to have these affirmations. We need to know that our dreams can come true. Dream blocker number 2. You gotta say goodbye to the wrong place, wrong crowd. Once I had those 2 dream blockers out of the way, and a little poem that I carried with me called Footprints in the Sand that my mother had given me this credit card size copy of, I was ready to go out and make my dreams come true. I became very successful. I joined groups, played instruments, opened for many celebrities and top name acts of the day, had my own group, wrote songs, recorded songs, got airplay, was on TV. Things were fantastic. I share all this with you just to remind you that I came from 0 connections. I had faith, and I knew in my heart if somebody else could do it, then I could do it too. I believe that you can do it too, but you do need help with your dream, and that's why I'm sharing. My dream became bigger. I moved to Southern California, originally just to record, but I became a mom, and my life changed. I also met a person who was one of the most influential people in my life today, and it was a chance meeting at a place called the Palomino where I was singing in North Hollywood, and this lady had invited me to come home to have some spaghetti dinner at her house. When I was there, I commented on her wonderful poetry, and she came out with this big box of poems. She dumped all of these poems on a table, and as I'm going through these poems, what did I see? Lo and behold, there's an old handwritten 1939 copy of the poem Footprints in the Sand, my favorite poem. This lady's name was Mary Stevenson Zangari. So I said, Mary, where did you get this old copy of Footprints in the Sand? And she said, I wrote it. And I said, but you couldn't have. It's author unknown. I've seen this in truck stops when I was traveling all over the place all these years. You couldn't have written it. She ran into the room. She was very sad, very hurt, and said, that's why I threw it in this box. People didn't believe me, and they called me a liar, and so I just buried it. I felt horrible, and so I vowed to her that I would help her. I would help her become author known. I said, I'm a singer-songwriter, but my dream got bigger, and I became a dream catcher and a dream maker. And ultimately, 30 years later, we still are working on the Footprints in the Sand project. It's on my dream list of things to do. Mary Stevenson Zangari changed my life. My dreams became bigger because I had a big goal, a big quest, a big thing to do. Because we're talking about somebody that was robbed, hijacked, and I knew how that felt being a singer-songwriter. Now, I share that to say that I did write a book about my 30 years with her. It's called Footsteps, My Journey. And you can get it at Amazon, and you can read all about it. Not only read it, but you can look at the steps that were taken in order to make this woman famous for her poem. It's still not finished. We even ran into Donald Trump, and Marla Maples Trump wanted to play Mary in a movie based on her book, and this never happened because Donald did not want to give up a favor. He didn't want to make a phone call on our behalf. And that to me was sad, but that's part of the dreams. This is part of what happens if you're not dealing with people who are dreamers, dream makers, and dream catchers. If they're just for themselves, This is what happens when people don't buy into the dream, when they don't get it. That's why it's very important to work with dreamers, dream catchers, and dream makers. And this is why I invented the game, Do the Dream Extreme, so that people could not only play this game and become a dreamer and watch their dreams come true, but also give back by becoming a dream maker. And dream catchers, it's easy. You let people know what the dreamers want. This is a whole entire full circle, and it's for you. Want to work with you. I want you to be a part of this. But I must tell you about this blocker number 3 coming up. Blocker number 3 is wrong job, wrong occupation. Now, this is very important due to the fact I had a weekly TV show, and because I had skills, I was making things happen, accomplishing my dreams, inventing games with every project that I took on, whether it was a manager, selling insurance, singing, songwriting, grant writing. I wrote musicals, and then I had this TV show that I did 250 of these TV shows. So during this period of time, I was asked to be on the board of the Downey Regional Medical Center, and I was on their corporate board. I was the only woman that they'd ever had on their corporate board. It also gave them an opportunity to get positive publicity. One of the projects that I had that was a side project other than this TV show, weekly TV show, was to help this medical group get back their 50,000 patients. The person who owned the medical group took off with all the money and shut the doors. The doctors were left with nothing, and especially no patients. All of their medical records were gone. I was hired as a consultant not only to get a new medical center up and running, but to connect those doctors with those 50,000 patients. I created my game around this, where I knew they needed publicity. People needed to know where to find their doctors. Ultimately, all the things I did by adding them on the TV show, we did parades, put up billboards, sent out letters, press releases, wrote articles, got them featured, public service announcements for regular TV shows, had them sponsor major events. All the things that we did, all the steps that we took were from the game that I put together. The goal was to win. I can let you know within 1 year's time, all 50,000 lives were back. And it was a lot of effort, a lot of time. I could not have accomplished this if I had not invented my games and played my game. I didn't name it Do the Dream Extreme then, but it was still the same thing that I'm going to be teaching you today, is how to accomplish your goals through playing a game. This was a major feat. After being on this corporate board of the Downey Regional Medical Center for 8 years, I was voted in as the chair of the board. Unfortunately, our CEO, who had been there for 35 years, was voted out the day before I was to take over being the chair of the board. My life changed again. My dreams got bigger. And I was introduced to Dream Blocker number 3. This was a major project. We had to keep the doctors happy, the nurses happy, the city of Downey happy, find a new CEO, CFO. It was amazing, all the pieces of this puzzle, the pieces of this game. But keeping in mind it was a game, and the goal was to win. The goal was to keep this hospital running. My job became to keep everybody focused on the goal. It took 11 months and all the skills and tools that I had, but I also had to say goodbye. I had to say goodbye to something very special to me, because all of my time had to focus on this new dream, being the dream maker to keep this hospital going and running. And I had to say goodbye to my TV show, Touching Lives. It had been on for 10 years, 250 shows. But my dreams got bigger, because in 11 months, I was able to keep it together, put it all back together, and we did not lose a nurse. We did not lose a doctor. We kept it going. Then I said goodbye to the hospital. I'd had enough. It was time for me to move on. My dream became bigger because I had experienced dream blocker number 3. Wrong job, wrong occupation. If you're not happy where you are and with what you're doing, then you need to make plans to move on. So those 3 dream blockers again are: number 1, lack of faith, disbelief. Number 2, wrong place, wrong crowd. And number 3, wrong job, wrong occupation. Once you can put those things together, know that they exist, deal with them, put them to rest, use them as tools, now we can get started on the game. Because our first step on this game is called dream mapping. So let's get started. I'm going to be walking you through some of the actual steps that we're going to be taking in the course, because I want you to get familiar with it. Number 1, that you can do your dream, and you can work with dreamers, dream catchers, and dream makers to make it all come true. Plus, we have a lot of fun playing this game. When you have fun doing anything, then it makes it memorable and easy to repeat. Now, in the real game, we start off with the game board, and the game board is blank. Because no 2 dreams are alike, we go through steps. At the beginning, the steps are similar, but some dreams take a different course, and we allow for that. This is personalized, and I take my job personally as your coach and your dream maker. I'm here to make sure your dreams come true. But realize I need you and your help to make it happen. Once we've identified the dream blockers, now it's time to move on to step 1. And step 1 is dream mapping. I've had people ask me, well, is it like mind mapping? Well, dream mapping is different from mind mapping. Mind mapping, what you do is you have a subject, and then you have different answers that come from this subject, different thoughts, different ideas that come from this one subject that you write them down. Dream mapping, you're given a series of questions. You answer the questions, and then we're able to uncover what those dreams are, see what you're looking at, where you want to be. It's like mining for gold to discover what you want to do, and then we'll take the next step of prioritizing those dreams. But you have to uncover them first. It's so important. If you're going to be working with your dream catchers and your dream makers, dream catchers need to know what to say, so you have to be clear. Dream makers need to know so that they can make the dreams come true. This is all done through dream mapping. If you haven't downloaded your dream mapping tool, that's your cheat sheet that has all the questions and everything on it, what you can do is just get out a paper and a pen. I'm going to read you the questions, and then you can supply the answers. Really think about your answers. Be relaxed. Deep breath. Release. And I want you to have fun doing this. Think back when you were a little kid, what you wanted to be. These answers do not have to be perfect. They're your answers. You're not being graded. You're the person that's going to be clarifying, identifying your dream. So I'm going to start with the questions right now. If you're reading along, we're going to start right in the middle, right under dream mapping. What do you like to do? What are your hobbies? When you were a kid, what did you want to be? Who or what has stopped you from living your dream? Who or what has stopped you from living your dream? What is your specialty? Name at least 3 things that you excel at. What are your dislikes? Who do you admire? I gave you some of my famous dreamers. Who do you admire? Now, if you had a dream team, dead or alive, people you know or don't know, who would you want on your dream team? When you answer that question, really think about why you want them on your dream team. What qualities would they bring into your life? Now, you might not have had time to answer every question right now. That's why you have this sheet, and you can work on it. What it'll do, it will help you to realize what your dreams are. Because you're going to take all these answers, and you're going to discover what you really like, who you really are. Dig deep. Now, as you see in the middle, it says, My Dream. Start writing down your dream. And I'll say dreams, plural. So what do you want to be? Your burning desire. What would you like to achieve within the next month? During the 6 months course? Year? 5 years from now? Where do you see yourself being? Make it a good place. Who do you see yourself with? Are you afraid of making changes? What are your fears? Are you afraid of success? Maybe your dream is not big enough. Your dream has to be so big that it wakes you up. Something that, when things don't go well, you'll still get back up and get back at it again because you really love your dream. What is the motivator that activates your dream? What is that carrot, the thing you're reaching for? When you do the dream, what are the results you're going to see? Is it money? Is it fame? Is it a new house, a new car, a new mate, a better job? You're an entrepreneur. You own your own company. You're an inventor. You're an author, a writer, a singer, a documentary producer, a movie producer. You want to be a congressman, the president of the United States. What are the results when you reach your dream? What do you want? What is going to make you happy? What is going to motivate you to keep doing your dream and every day, not giving up, pursuing your dream? Now, I want you to take this sheet of paper when you finish, and tonight, just leave it by your bedside. Some people put theirs under their pillow. I've heard of that. You can do that or just leave it by your bedside. Then in the morning, first thing, read your dream mapping sheet. See if you had any additional answers if you had some dreams during the night that you want to include on your sheet. Do you have different questions that you can answer? You might even want to print a new sheet and start all over again. The dream mapping tool is vital when it comes to clarifying who you are and what you want to do in the future. This is the beginning of starting your own game. Step 1, dream mapping. You'll be able to uncover those gifts that you have laying dormant inside you. And it doesn't matter what age you are. We have the Do the Dream Extreme for teens, young adults, and for seniors. And no two dreams are alike. I've discovered that throughout the years. I want you on our team. I want you to be a part of the Do the Dream Extreme game, the course, where I can coach you and help you. That was basically step 1. So let me tell you more about the rest of the course and what you'll be getting when you join us at the Do the Dream game course. Now you might say, who is this game for? Is it just for people who have a dream? What if I don't have a dream? It's hard for me to believe that. Even if you have a great loss, you can get back up. Even if you lost your job, your company, I'll tell you a little brief story. Part of one of my big dreams, after I did the TV show and after the hospital thing and all the other things that were going on, Footprints, we had the Touching Lives TV award show where we gave away awards to people who were making a difference and who were the unsung heroes. Even the CEO who had been at the Downey Regional Medical Center for 35 years and never even got a thank you, we gave him an award at the Touching Lives Award Show. We had it in Hollywood. We had the red carpet, everything going on. And the next year we did it again. We even gave Smokey Robinson an award. Top name people, plus people no one ever heard of, but we knew they were doing wonderful things with their life and to help other people. While producing the second award show, I looked at this building we had rehearsed in, an empty building and a warehouse. And I was able to talk to my husband and say, you know what, this would be a beautiful studio for Touching Lives TV show. And he agreed, and he made it into a palace. We went from this bare thing, ugly, to this beautiful palace. And for 3 years, we were doing amazing events in there. And I was producing seminars, workshops, expos. We had weddings, receptions, and showers, TV shows, movies. All kind of events were going on in this place, and I was so happy because it was people helping people, pageants. You could go on and on with everything you could think of. We were able to have it in the TLTV space, celebrations of life. We did everything in this space. And I really, really, really loved this place because this was going to be the place where I was going to do my new TV show called Do the Dream TV. Yes, dreamers, dream makers, and dream catchers, we have a TV show in the works for all of you to join me so we can get exposure out and bring more people into the circle. However, the place that we were going to have it, after being there for 3 years, the city decided that there wasn't enough parking, and I was closed down January 31st of 2016. Needless to say, that was a down. When you spend 3 years and you put all of your efforts, money, and focus into making something happen, and it was starting to take off, the word was out, then just like that, the doors shut. You're closed. Now, I know some of you know how that feels, where you've gone through things and the door slammed shut on you, and you weren't really ready to move on, but you had to say goodbye. And you'll say, well, what do I do next? I'll tell you what I did next. I went back to my game, and I said, instead of me just playing this game, let's make this available to everybody. And I started studying my next steps, what I needed to do, so I could connect more people to the Do the Dream Extreme game and get it off the ground and start playing the Do the Dream Extreme game so that we could make a difference and help people put their lives back together, live their dreams, live a happier life, and have a better world. I truly believe in love, and that's what guides me. There's enough of that opposite out there, won't even mention it. But I believe that people helping people is the key. And that's why I want you to be a part of this Do the Dream Extreme. Let's work together. Let's make something bigger out of who we are and what we can do. By ourselves, we can only get so much done. But I'll tell you what, when you join together and you have a plan and you're part of the plan, you're not just doing my dream. No, this is your dream. We're tapping into who you are and what you want to do. And we're helping you to grow your dream. Dreamers, dream catchers, and dream makers are so vital to making dreams come true. This is a powerful threesome. When you become all of these, you're unstoppable. I'll tell you, it takes the dreams to make things come true. But your dream catchers, they're the ones that let people know about you, but they also, in turn, give you information, give you words of wisdom. I just saw a movie called Joy, and her grandmother was a dream catcher. She kept supplying this girl with the information to let her know you're valuable, you're important, you're going to make your dreams come true. So if you become a dream catcher, and then you ultimately are a dream maker, because that's what Joy did. She became a dream maker. She invented a mop. Yes, folks, a mop. So what is your dream worth? And are you willing to fight for your dream? Are you willing to become not only a dreamer, a dream catcher, and a dream maker, so you can be a powerful force to help other people and to help yourself? And this is how we change the world. So I want you to be a part of it. You say, Kathy, what does it cost? Yes, there's a price. Yes, there's a fee. And how much is your dream worth? I know what mine's worth. I know I joined a group of collaborators, and I paid some great money to join this group, and you know what? It was worth it. It was worth it because my dream expanded and grew, and because I grew my dream, now I'm able to help you grow your dream because my dream had value, and I was willing to invest in my dream, and I want you to do the same thing. Be a part of what we're doing. I have put a guarantee on this, and I've put a 30-day guarantee, because if you can't see what we're doing in 30 days and get something out of it, then you get your money back. I really don't plan on slowing anyone down or having them slow us down. Let's do this together, because this is a fast train. We are moving, we're going forward, and we're making some wonderful things happen. I've been able to make lots of dreams come true. I could only mention a few because it would take too much time. In fact, this is my second webinar. The first one was bad because I was trying to let everybody know all the wonderful things I can do to help. So this was just the highlights. And just like the highlights of what I can do to help you, in the game itself, we have all kinds of tools. We have a website that you can get your resources from. We have time management tools, your personal profile, how to do affirmations, how to record those affirmations so you can always have them when you get down, and you can add to them, write your own, use some of mine. We have the game board itself. We have visual boards. We call them our dream boards. You'll be able to collaborate with other dream makers, dream catchers, and dreamers. We have a community. We're on Facebook together. We have live events, expos, and we realize that some dreams need funding. We even have Do the Dream funding resources, from crowdfunding to grant writing, additional courses. That's all included. That's all because some dreams are not businesses, and they do need funding. We take you in that direction so you can fund your dreams. So what we're doing, one size doesn't fit all. You might have specialties in one area where you don't need our help in that area, but you do need it in this area here. We want you to have the confidence to go out and live your dream. Be a dreamer, one of our dreamers, and one of our dream catchers, and a dream maker. I want to be proud of knowing you, And ultimately, we're doing this TV show. So we even have the Do the Dream TV show boot camp. If you ever want to increase your skills when it comes to being in front of the camera or behind the camera, hosting or answering questions, or what camera to look at, or writing a script, or preparing to be on a national TV show, that's what we're going to be doing in the Do the Dream boot camp. And this is all included. You'll be at a point where you can even help us with the actual TV show itself. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping to gather dream makers and dream catchers and dreamers. So let me tell you a little bit more about how much this costs. Okay, make me a promise that you won't think that because I was able to achieve the things that I did, to achieve my dreams, that you can't. So I say, you can. You can do this, and I want to help you. So now you're saying, Kathy, well, how much does it cost? Okay, I'm going to be like most of these other people that when you go on these webinars and they tell you what you get, and then we add it all up, and then we tell you the cost. And then after they tell you the cost, then they bring it down some and give you another cost. Because I really want you to be a part of this. You do need to know what the value of this product and project and game is, that you're going to be joining all these wonderful people. You'll be in great company. And think about this. Think about this. What is the price of your dream? What is your dream worth? So the Do the Dream Extreme course gives you access to the Do the Dream Extreme online membership site and all the resources. That is valued alone at $2,000. You get 6 months worth of Do the Dream Extreme group coaching calls by myself. This is valued at $5,000. Live events, Do the Dream Expo, VIP tickets for 2 includes sponsorship perks, recognition from the stage, and a display vendor table. That's valued at $2,000. Fund Your Dream Boot Camp session, and that is valued at $2,000. The invitation to join the Do the Dream Extreme Facebook community, plus these mega bonuses, a VIP ticket to the Do the Dream Touching Lives Awards show, the live event, and that's worth $2,000. The crowdfunding game online membership site includes tutorials, tools, and resources. That's valued at $197. The Do the Dream TV show boot camp. This is where we're going to be looking for those dreamers, dream catchers, and dream makers to be a part of the upcoming TV show that's in the work. Well, we're having the boot camp to show you what we're looking for and to see what you have. And you also learn from it how to do your own TV show. So this is something that's invaluable training, and it's one of our bonuses. It's worth $1,000. Then you get to sponsor a charity, nonprofit, Do the Dream speaking event by me. I will show up. I will teach the Do the Dream Extreme course to a nonprofit or a charity of your choice, and you're the sponsor of this. So it'll be sponsored by you. This is a way you can already give back. Now, this is limited, so this is a first come, first serve. We'll be setting up the speaking events on your behalf. You get one speaking event, you get one group to gift, to bless, to be a blessing to. And you will be blessed by this, because if it's in your neighborhood, then you'll be able to bless someone with this gift, and you'll be there to be a part of blessing them. So we have one of those that we can do, but I said now these are very, very, there's only one of me. So that's limited, first come, first sign up. Say, Kathy, I don't know exactly what group I want, but I do want to take advantage of this bonus. So just put my name in so that I can let you know, yes, I do want you to speak for one of my nonprofits one of my charitable groups. It could be like a girls group. It could be a college. It could be a high school, your kid's high school. I've been doing this and working with the kids because for the Do the Dream TV show, we work with teens, adults, and seniors. These are our dream catchers. I'm looking to plug in, and I'm looking to help people and to help them to grow. And I want you to be a part of that. Now that alone is worth $5,000. If you added all of this up, the total would be $19,197 for all of the things that I just told you about and the bonuses. Plus, for people who sign up early, I'm going to throw in something extra. I'm going to throw in my mastermind course, how you can mastermind with me. That's totally something extra, and that's worth $2,000 to be a mastermind for the 6-month period of time with myself, my own mastermind group. So that even makes the total more. That brings the total up to $21,197. So to be a part of this, I'm not going to charge you $21,197. I'm not going to charge you that amount to be a part of our 6-month project. I'm not even going to charge you $10,000. I'm not even going to charge you $5,000. Now, I paid more than that to be a part of CEO Space, to tell you the truth. But I'm not going to charge you that. You're going to get this hands-on, Kathy B. teaching you, coaching you, playing a game. You'll be in our community. You'll be a part of something big, and your dreams, we're going to make your dreams come true. Guaranteed you'll get something, or I do have this 30-day, guaranteed money back. If you see it's something that, oh, well, I'm not going to learn, I do believe you will, and you can't help but grow from this experience. And experience doing your dream, again, what is your dream worth? So it's not going to be $4,000. We're going to bring this down to right under $2,000. In fact, the cost of the 6 months Do the Dream Extreme Coaching Game Experience, community, live events, and being a part of a TV show boot camp, we're going to teach you how to be a part of this. All of this you're going to get for $1,997. Now that's a one-time fee, and if you pay that, then you're going to be able to be in the mastermind group with me. Because if you pay it right now, you'll get that extra bonus. But if you say, Kathy, wow, I want to do my dream, and I can't afford this $1,997 right now. You may ask, do you have a payment plan? Yes, we do. It's 6 payments of $400 per month. The only thing is, we cannot give you all the bonuses that somebody who pays the entire amount does at one time receives. So I encourage you to pay the entire amount at one time so that you can experience everything that we're experiencing and get the most out of Do the Dream Extreme. So don't delay. Just go to the bottom of the page and you'll press the button and you'll be able to join us today.
I have a dream. Someday I'll see every man, woman, child, animal, tame and wild, living in harmony.